Inniswell Ministries International presents Stories for My Grandson. Hi, grandson. Grandma has a story for you. Are you ready? Let's go. Well, way back in the Bible days, when Jesus still walked the earth, he told a parable. Remember that a parable is a story, right? So Jesus told a story that went like this. There was a rich man and he had two sons. And one son worked very hard every day. The other son goes to his dad and says, Dad, I want my half of the inheritance and I want to go like live my life. And so, after some careful consideration, the dad's like, well, all right, I love you. I want better for you, but okay. And so the son goes off to a distant country. And in this country, he just goes berserk spending money, right? On food, on women, on drink. And he lived a life of gluttony. That's what gluttony is, like doing things to the excess. And so he had all these friends and everybody loved him because he was spending his money, right? Spending it on his friends, spending it on the women. But he wasn't doing anything to make the money back. So money was steady going out, but no money was coming in. Till one day there was a drought in the land and he had run out of money and he had run out of friends and he had run out of women that wanted him. And so he ended up having to take a job. Now the job he had to take was on a farm. And he was there feeding the pigs. Now, he was a Hebrew man. And because of that, pig is a dirty animal. And so he really had to lower himself to take that job. He had to be desperate. And so it got to the point where the owner of the farm, the farmer, stopped feeding him. He didn't provide food for him and he didn't have money either. And so he was whatever the pigs were eating, the slop that the pigs were eating were starting to look good. And so the young man, down to his lowest of his low, humbled himself and thought, look, even the servants at my dad's house, even the servants eat every day. Even the servants have a clean pair of clothes. I'm going to go back to my dad and say, look, I come to you as a servant. I will work. I'll work for my food. I'll work for my, I'm coming to work. I'm not coming back expecting things as your son. I'm coming to work. Because even the employees were treated better than what he was being treated. And so he humbled himself and he went home. And his dad saw him. And he was way down the road and the dad saw him. And he was so excited. He just ran to him and hugged him. And they had a big dinner to welcome him home. But the dad treated him like his son, not like a servant. And so, although this is a good story to talk about how Jesus loves us, this story is really about the son and how he overindulged in everything till he ran out of money and he couldn't overindulge anymore. And so gluttony or overindulging is a sin. And it is a sin. And sin leads, the wages of sin is death. Oh, I couldn't swallow. I am so trying to get better. I'm struggling with it. So the son was out there overindulging and ended up with nothing. He had like half of his father's fortune and he ended up with nothing because he was overindulging. And so that's what I want to that's the point of today's story is we can't be overindulging and wasting our money just on things that we want. There's you get the things that you need and then some of what you want. You do and you have to work, right? You have to work for the things that you want. Yeah. Well, that's the story for today. Guess what, grandson? Grandma loves you, but Jesus loves you more. And join us again next time when In His Will Ministries International presents Stories for My Grandson. Until then, bye.